We have a trade. David Montgomery going from the Detroit Lions to the Houston Texans, and this is one of those where you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Think about Houston last year, right? 13th in rushing attempts, and yet bottom 5 in the NFL in yards per carry and in rushing touchdowns. Like they wanted to run, they tried to run, they ran, they weren't particularly efficient. They had Nick Chubb, who, we love Nick Chubb, but just, didn't look like the old Nick Chubb last year. And Woody Marks, who was used as a pass catcher in college, suddenly they're trying to run him on first and second down. The Texans' offensive line actually pretty good in yards before first contact. So it's just like, Woody Marks is probably a guy that should be much more of a third down back like he was used in college. So now here comes David Montgomery, who is a physical runner, who is good in yards after contact, who can be that first and second down thumper. They want to run the ball. They want to take pressure off of C.J. Stroud. They want to use Woody Marks as he was meant to be used as a third down kind of explosive pass-catching running back. What does this mean for fantasy? Look, neither guy is a top 24 guy for me. I don't think either guy is a starting running back for me, but I think David Montgomery becomes basically a touchdown-dependent flex, right? He'll be, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns, be a touchdown-dependent flex, and then, Woody Marks is like a PPR-worthy flex. Depends on the week, depends on the size of your league and everything like that. But, these are running backs that are going to be in the 25 to 35 range in terms of my rankings. We'll see how it all plays out in terms of where other running backs land for the draft and free agency and everything like that. But ultimately, I think this is a really good move for the Texans from an NFL perspective. And fantasy-wise, it's a slight upgrade for Montgomery because at least now he'll have a consistent role on Houston, whereas we knew that last year it was very much like, oh, okay, it's all Jahmyr Gibbs and maybe Monty falls into the end zone. Last thing here, Jahmyr Gibbs is not, look, I have Bijan Robinson as my 101, but Jahmyr Gibbs, who's already my 102, but honestly, I think with Dave Montgomery leaving Detroit, I think it's a coin flip. And if you went Jahmyr Gibbs at number 1, I got no problem with that at all.